BOD DAMN, and today we get a glimpse of my BOD DAMN story. What's up, guys and gals? Chris with the BOD DAMN channel, coming to you live from the inside of my gym. And today we get a little bit of the BOD DAMN story, a little tidbit of how it all started out. Now, before I go into the story, I want you to think about your own story as well, and put it down below in the comments so I can read it. It's always interesting to find where people started from, or maybe you started, then you're not doing it anymore, but you want to start back again. We all want to hear the fitness story, so place yours down below as well. All right, so I've been working out for like 2 decades. Like, it's been a very, very long time, and I've learned the ins and outs of working out, and it's a lot of fun. I gotta tell you, going down this journey has been such a treat. I wouldn't give it up for anything. And quite honestly, it's the best habit you could ever do for yourself. All right, so let's time machine back to when I was a junior in high school. I kid you not, my dad took me one day for my birthday, right? Junior year birthday, high school. If memory serves me correct, he took me to a place called Sportstown in Houston, Texas, which was, I think, by Katy. Anyway, we cruise up into Sportstown and my dad buys me my first actual weight. Now, I didn't say weights specifically because I actually got a weight. My dad bought me a 15-pound dumbbell from Sportstown. Not 2 dumbbells, but 1 effing dumbbell. If that's not the coolest intro and the coolest BOD DAMN story ever, I don't know what else is better than that on YouTube. I'm just kidding. But yes, 1 15-pound dumbbell. So I had to do a lot of things, you know, without barbells, just like single arm chest presses and this and that. I really enjoyed working out so much after that 15-pound dumbbell that shortly thereafter I saved up some money and I got one of those CAP or CAP kind of screw-on dumbbell weight things from Academy. Or was it Oshman? I can't really remember, but either way, it was the screw-on type. Not the one with the clasps that go on like this, but the screw-on ones because I knew those were of better quality. So I bought myself a barbell and 2 dumbbells after that. But truth be told, I did start my workout journey with 1 15-pound dumbbell. I am not even kidding. So I had enough money to buy that first initial weight set after the 15-pound dumbbell, and I didn't have enough money for like a bench or anything, and I had nowhere in my room. My room was kind of like a small room in Houston, Texas, and I didn't have any room to do any kind of working out outside of like the rug and the bed that I had, so I had to improvise, right? So here's another, I kid you not, I made my own bench. I hovered my neck and my head off the bed, and I rested it on a chair with books. So yeah, picture me laying back on a bed and my head is resting on a chair, okay? But everything else is kind of like just dangling in free space. And that's how I benched back in the day. That's what I did with those CAP weights. And I think my set was up to like maybe 80 or 110 pounds. It wasn't that much, but that's where I started. Everything serious and every good habit starts with something very small, small action. And back in the day, I really enjoyed watching this one show called Baywatch. Actually, back then, Baywatch was like the #1 syndicated show in the whole entire world. So, all those bodies running around on the California seashore, and they were all pretty much toned. And of course, I grew up in the days of Bloodsport and Jean-Claude Van Damme and Predator and all these amazing movies that showed, how a cool physique gets all the action, right? And within high school, I think that's what every high school person goes through. They go through this little identity crisis where they want to start experimenting, and unfortunately now high school people mess with video games and they start messing with drugs and it gets all crazy, but back then there was really none of that. Like, there was some Nintendo stuff and I had my bike, which I was a huge, biker back in the day, like bicyclist kind of person around the neighborhood and always exercising. But this whole, buying of the weights and everything opened up fitness to me, and more specifically weight training. So in my room, I would do benching, rows, tricep overhead extensions, curls, lunges, squats, and a little bit of deadlifts. I got a lot of my information, honestly, back then from the Arnold Schwarzenegger Bodybuilding Encyclopedia, which was this really thick book back in the day. We're talking way before Kindle, way before all this internet stuff. It was just a really thick book, and it's still an absolute must-have in your collection. It's very interesting to see the story of people back in the day, more specifically Arnold Schwarzenegger and all his friends. Their workouts are all basically in that book. And I was a self-taught kind of person. So I finished out high school at 165 pounds at 6 foot tall, and I was pretty shredded, honestly. But I wanted to gain more weight. So then I get into college, and in college, of course, you know, there's the buffet and all that kind of stuff. You get a little swipe card and you get to eat as much as you want. And in my first 3 months of college, I put on 30 pounds, man. If you saw the pictures of me and my family back in the day, you'd be like, dude, who is that monster next to those other kind of smaller people? I was just a huge person. Now, not a lot of that weight was muscle, but the principle of actually bulking was something that I learned early. I also learned a very important principle back in the day, which I had learned in high school, but it was the principle of respect. Respecting people and wanting to always learn something from everyone that I interacted with. And when I came to college being a little shredded up, 6 foot tall, 165 pound guy, you know, people saw that and they were like, hey, you know, let's have this guy work out with us. And then that's where I learned how to really bench the right way, decline bench, you know, calf raises, all the cool stuff in the gym. I learned that through other people that I respected heavily. And I believe I got the same amount of respect from them, because I had a lot of opportunities to go to cool parties and go do things that typically a freshman in college wouldn't have those opportunities. Now in college, I was very well known for being like a workout fanatic, and I was working out for two main reasons. One of the main reasons was for confidence. It was just one of those things that made me feel good, and I knew it was good for me, so I continued to do it, and I continued to excel at it. I was doing better than anyone else around me. People were like, hey man, go try out for the UT football team. People were like, you're so overqualified on their strength portion of the whole thing, you ought to try out for the team. I didn't, because I just didn't want the time commitment of the whole thing. But the second reason why, you know, I lifted so hard and I did everything the way I did was for the opposite sex. I think a lot of people still get into fitness for that exact thing today, is to be attractive to the opposite sex or even the same sex, right? Fitness can always do such amazing things for your mind, your psyche, your health, any way you want to use it. It does actually help everything. The job I got after college was actually very interesting. I think because of all the social stuff I was doing in college and the fact that I was a bigger than normal person, like my average college weight was like 210, my body fat was right around 10 to 15 at all times. I mean, I was pretty much a monster for being back then in college days, right? I wasn't like just getting a beer gut like most people. I was really, you know, kind of like this like alpha dude, but that respected everyone. So I really wasn't alpha. I was a nice guy that certainly stood out to most people. And so honestly, I think back in the day, you know, naturally people kind of want to get to know the people that kind of stand out. And so I had a lot of friends in college. I had a ton of friends, tons. And I think at the very last part of college, when it came time to applying to a professional job, I went to a career fair, and someone that I knew from the gym and from the first dorm that I'd ever stayed in, someone I respected, and someone that I knew, you know, lifted as well, basically took my resume from the bottom of the pile and put it at the very top of the pile. And I don't even think I was qualified for that job. We won't get into the job portion right now, but I really do feel as if fitness completely landed me, you know, part of my professional career directly after college. But it was in my professional work life, like directly after college, where I started realizing things other than aesthetics and things other than being confident were super important to me. And some of those things were using my body for actual skills, like doing things, mountain biking, you know, going places and hiking and snowboarding and surfing and all this really cool stuff that I had dwindled in a little bit back in the day through college and through high school, but I really gave it my full-on attention in my professional kind of work career. Not only did I acquire amazing skills in several different facets, I also started working heavily on my diet and really tried to understand how the diet impacts my working out. So in a large portion of my professional corporate career, I was studying a lot about, you know, how to work out smarter and how to eat way better and get better results in a shorter amount of time. I've always been the kind of person who wants to, you know, work on form, get results in a shorter amount of time, but never take shortcuts and never do things that are basically illegal. I was putting in the hard work, and honestly, hard work always wins in the end. All right, so here we are now in my entrepreneur stage / content creation stage. The BOD DAMN channel isn't the only thing that I'm wrapped up into, but honestly, I love being an entrepreneur and I love being a content creator, whether it be on YouTube or, you know, on the website that I deal with in the background, or on Facebook or on Twitter, whatever, all this other stuff. I love doing it. It's a lot of fun. And plus, I have no boss, so I don't get like the stress of like quotas or any of this weird stuff that I did back in corporate corporate America. I've chosen to walk away from that and believe in myself and believe in my cause and believe that I can really impact a whole lot of people on the money sense and on the physical sense with the BOD DAMN channel, and that's why I'm here now. But in my entrepreneur and content creation slash stage of my life, now we really have a mastery of certain skills. I've really mastered all kinds of cool things, whether it be now really mountain biking, wakeboarding, surfing, skateboarding, all this really fun stuff. I'm proficient enough to hold my own in every one of these kind of things. And there's a fair amount of things that I'm pretty good at, but I really attributed it to the fact that I didn't decide to become a complete gym rat. And I really think that's the essence of building an amazing body. Of course, it always starts with the confidence and being attracted to the other sex or the same sex, whatever your preference is. But I think it really ought to morph earlier than what I did into mastering of skills and fun stuff, the things that really matter in life, the things that get you outside, moving your body from point A to point B in a very efficient manner, not huffing and puffing. That's really important, I think, to most people. But I think a lot of people get wrapped up in this lifestyle where it's just a bunch of circles that they're running around, and they might see the gym here and there, and they barely get a vacation, but once or twice a year. That's not really the kind of lifestyle that I wanted to live. But no matter what town you live in America, you can always work on skills, like these really cool active skills, whether it be karate, or it be Bikram yoga, or any of this other stuff, bar, anything else, and of course all the other active stuff out there. It could be a Spartan race, or it could be a warrior dash. To be able to use your body outside of the gym is so important, and I'm glad that I learned it relatively early. I kind of wish I'd done it way earlier than that, but I'm trying to basically tell you guys out there that, first of all, start right now is so important, and B, it's never too late to start experiencing amazing things through physical fitness. Also, in this stage of my life, being an entrepreneur and a content creator, I've done a lot of switching up on my workouts. I've done a lot of experimentations on my workouts and things that I know work for me and other people that have trained with me. So I know switching up workouts is extremely important, especially when your muscles start getting into the more mature stages and all that kind of stuff. Switching up workouts is very important. And of course, last, using physical fitness to boost your mental health, to really put you in the zone to achieve amazing things in your life, whether it be monetary, love, anything else. I think physical fitness and being confident in the core and being content with yourself is so important. So yeah, that was a very brief story of the BOD DAMN journey. But I do want to leave you guys with 3 overall tips that I want you to just practice. One is start now, okay? Start physical fitness now if you're not doing it, or revisit it if you have done it before, but maybe you're in a lull or you just, dropped off for a while. Get back into it or start it altogether. Very important, right? Muscular maturity happens over a long period of time. So start now, and that way you can get to the goal that you want later down the road. It's also the best freaking habit in the whole entire world. I can't think of another habit that is more amazing than physical fitness and, being confident and being able to use your body to do amazing skills. That is such an amazing thing to do in your life. You got to be able to experience it. You can do it. Start, okay? Second thing is know what you want, whether it be for fitness, you're getting into the game for fitness or aesthetics or to be attractive to other people, gain confidence. Just know what you're in the game for and, try to master it for what you're in the game for. Some people are in the game to just be gym rats, and that's okay, fine, whatever. I've lived it, but I can honestly tell you that there's way more out there than just being a gym rat. There's amazing things out there. Put your body to the test. Yes, you might get injured, you might get hurt, you might put yourself at risk, but this is what life is about, guys. This is what life is completely about, is going out there, training for something to do the best that you can for your prospective body type or the condition that you're in. The last tip I want to give you guys is resist shortcuts. Look, shortcuts are going to be everywhere you look out there, okay? Crash diets, crazy supplements, freaking steroids, all that kind of stuff is out there. It's around every corner. You go into Instagram, you're going to see so much stuff. And quite honestly, you got to resist this kind of stuff. You have to resist shortcuts. Hard work is everything in this game. Shortcuts are not sustainable over a long period of time. You want to build a long habit here, a really amazing habit. In order to do that, you need to put in the hard work. You need to do the right things and no shortcuts. All right, so that pretty much does it for the BOD DAMN video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hey, hook me up with a like down below and put your fitness journey down below as well. And if you don't have a journey going on, just put the one you're gonna start after seeing this video. Or maybe I struck a nerve and you're like, you know what, he's right about this. Or maybe I'm wrong about something. But still, put a comment down below. Let's talk. All right, guys, so I'll talk to you in the next BOD DAMN video. Take it easy and goodbye!